Right.
Understanding how long he has done this is part of the healing process.
But why? But I'm just wondering why the husband never mentioned it to the lady. I mean, am I not supposed to be your confidant?
Hello, Nana Konedu. I am interested in you, but low-key, I am a masturbating kaka. Who says that? Nobody ever says
No,
that.
I'm not saying like right from the get-go.
Okay.
After luring him or her to be yours, you
Okay.
just go spew and thing. Okay.
Sex is another form of getting to know each other. I would feel very disrespected if I should see my partner in a bathroom or in a hideout somewhere pleasing herself. I mean, why would you have to want to please yourself when I'm present?
This is something probably he's been doing for a while. For a very long time. Hi there, kings and queens. This is Love CT coming to you from our studios, TV. My name is Nana Canadian Fine Wine. Every now and then. In the studios, I have a fine gentleman, but before I introduce him, read our story and delve into our story for this episode, let's take a quick break. We will be right back. Stay. Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying. You guys are the real MVPs, like I tell you all the time. So grab a popcorn, tell a friend to tell another friend. Just invite somebody over, sit, sip your wine, and watch today's episode together. And you can share your thoughts with that special person, or you can also send them to our social media platforms. Again, my name is Nana Kunedu. This is the Love City. All you need, definitely,
Love
is love. Okay. Grandmaster is in the studios today with me. In fact, he has already introduced himself with a love. Hey, baby.
Hi, Nana Konedu. How are you? I'm fine.
Good.
I'm fine. Great minds think alike, so it's come as no surprise we are saying how are you at the same time. I am blessed. Yes.
I like that. Is it a burgundy shade or what?
Don't tell nobody.
Eish.
Don't tell nobody. Yes.
Today there's a diplomatic man visa, a bit of diplomacy going on here.
These days, when I sleep, I find myself in the UK, so
Hey.
I'm preparing myself.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it?
Go on. Go on. Tell me. Share with me. Take me on a journey. Your week. How has it been?
My week has been filled with ups and downs.
Tell me.
It's been filled with so many broken promises.
Okay. Lessons learned. Lessons you would want to share with me and my audience.
Every single day we learn
In a
new
form
lessons.
of motivation.
You see, that's one thing about life. Life itself feels sometimes like some hard syllabus we are trying to crack.
Okay.
There are rainy days and there are sunny days.
Right.
The rainy days, the farmers get overjoyed over it. But when the sun comes down, our good people of Ada are also in heightened mood and highly spirited, you understand? So what the sun might do to harm you, it might be a blessing to somebody.
Someone, right.
The same rains people at Alajo will be crying over
Someone
might be a blessing.
somewhere.
You see.
Would
Yes, so
love the weather.
no matter how
Not
life
of
comes at you, just be appreciative and
Right.
grateful.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that, Grant. I am going to share my story. Someone's story. I am going to read it. So I am going to read the story out.
You're going to share your story, okay?
And we get talking. Okay. So it says, Dear Nana, I hope this message finds you well. I love you and I love your show.
We love you too.
Great. I haven't missed a single episode at all. Now, this letter is not about me, but about my bestie who is in dire need of help.
Speaking for friend four.
We grew up in a Christian home. We are doers of what the Bible teaches. Hallelujah, somebody. My bestie's wish has always been to marry a man of God. 6 months ago, her wish came to pass. She looked divine on her wedding day. Of course, I was her maid of honor. The pleasant atmosphere and elation was everything and more. Now, it's been 6 months since I saw my girls, so I paid them a visit. And I was bemused after seeing my bestie and what she spewed. Okay. Now, the man of God is a porn addict and the womanizer. She mentioned that 3 weeks into the marriage, at 9, she will hear someone kind of moan afar. She turns and realizes her husband isn't lying beside her and automatically thinks it was prayer she heard and sleeps on. But one afternoon, she had left to the market to buy groceries for the house, and what she claims when she got home shook her. Nana, she literally caught her husband glued to a porn video on his phone and masturbating. She immediately sneaked outside and cried. Later in the evening, she managed to steal her husband's phone, went through it, and there she got to know her husband and like 3 ladies. Okay, her husband got 3 ladies behind her and the kind of messages she read. She showed them to me on hers. Okay, so I mean, probably she took pictures or something because she sent them to her phone. Oh, okay. Now she's asking me what to do. I sincerely feel she should ask for a divorce, but she's scared of what the church would say. Please share this with your panelists and audience. I will be here watching and reading their advice. Thank you. Okay, grand. If it left for her friend,
I am getting tired of how many times I'd have to repeat myself that marriage is for better, for worse. Each and every day, I have a feeling I'm giving up on these things because people always sort out the good in marriages.
Right.
When the worst comes, they run.
They want to flee.
Yes. I won't blame her if I am at home with a partner and I chance up on them in an act like this. I would panic too. But then again, like I've always been telling you and your viewers, active sex life is very, very necessary.
Okay.
You should have a persistent and a very convenient sex life with your partner. Sex is another form of communication.
Okay.
Sex is another form of getting to know each other. I would feel very disrespected if I should see my partner in a bathroom or in a hideout somewhere pleasing herself. I mean, why would you have to want to please yourself when I'm present?
This is something probably he's been doing for a while. For a very long time.
I get it, but where I was lost was where she was saying she's afraid of what the church would say.
She walks out of
This is the same church that would peacefully accept your dead body if they bring you in damaged and dead. The same church would allow them to bring your dead body to them. So why would you be worried about what the church will say? At the end of the day, you got married in the church, but then the church doesn't represent you in your marriage. If you want to help your man, talk to him.
Right.
Understanding how long he has done this is part of the healing process.
But why? But I'm just wondering why the husband never mentioned it to the lady. I mean, am I not supposed to be your confidant?
Hello, Nana Koredu. I am interested in you, but low-key, I am a masturbating kaka. Who says that? Nobody ever says that.
No, I'm not saying like right from the get-go.
Okay.
After luring him or her to be yours, you
Okay.
just go spewing things raw like that in his or her face. But at least, as time goes on, somebody you really want to be with, you want to settle down with, you should be able to tell him or her things. Babe, I have this nemesis I have been trying to get rid of.
You see,
this is it.
Can
you help me?
I get the angle you are coming from, but has the individual identified it as a problem?
you know, I think if, as human as we can be,
Okay.
if we are doing something, you will like you know, feel it's not good. Some part of us speaks to us. Could that be our intuition?
I get it.
It speaks to us.
I get it, but then if you have spoken to people who masturbate, or you have friends who are extreme masturbators, I don't think they identify masturbation as a problem.
Really?
Not at all.
Wow.
If masturbation to them was a problem, I don't think he will feel free doing it at home, knowing, say, the wife could at any moment chance upon him.
I don't think so. I think probably, you know, he was being timely with it.
Oh,
knowing wifey has gone to the market.
you see, first process to healing is identifying the problem. If your husband hasn't identified masturbation as a problem, he would never heal.
Okay.
You could bring in the best therapist, you could take him to the best counselors, you could take him to well-renowned men of God, he would never change.
Now come to think of it, a man of God. It's mind-boggling. A man of God masturbating. I mean,
A man of God has feelings too.
oh come on. Okay, so you're telling me, aside him being a pastor, he is human.
He's human.
He's a man.
But the
But a man of God masturbating.
It's quite confusing. Is it that you see, it's a problem on its own. It could be that the woman is no longer attractive to him.
Okay.
He finds pleasing himself more engaging than...
Or because he's been doing it for a very long time.
That's another
angle. He cannot stop.
That's another angle too. But then again, before you chastise or throw this man away, you should look within. Am I not good enough for this man? Why would this man leave all my juicy behind and take things into his own hands, if it's safe to say? Because he has taken matters into his own hands, literally.
Right.
You understand? I don't get it. The woman should look out for fault in herself. So I'm not saying she's faulty or she's to be blamed. No. But then again, before we check others, we should always check ourselves.
Okay.
You don't go condemning him because you found him masturbating. There could be reasons.
Right.
It could be personal hygiene. Like you were saying, maybe he's been doing it for so long, he can't find a reason to stop. Talk to him. If he identifies what he's doing as a problem, then you can both seek help.
Okay.
But then again, if you talk to him and you realize that what he's saying or what he's doing, he thinks it's cool with him, then you have a big issue at hand. Because this is someone who thinks masturbation is a way of life.
It's a way of life. I personally feel that this friend, the writer's friend, is caught in a dilemma. She's thinking that, am I not good enough for him? Why is he doing this? I mean, he's a man of God. We are Christians. Does that mean all this while he has not been practicing what he's been preaching? What is really happening? So, you know, speaking to him has not crossed her mind yet. Because she herself, I beg your pardon, she's been caught in a dilemma. She's in a small space trying to figure out things for herself.
You see, Nana Korido, I respect this friendship a lot. Okay. I don't want your writer to get this the wrong way, but then I respect friendship a lot. But take things from this perspective. You haven't spoken to the man involved, but you have spoken to a friend.
That's like Nishisho Mucho.
I get it.
Very tight. They grew up together and all of that.
It doesn't get any tighter than marriage.
You think so?
Friendship shouldn't get any tighter than marriage.
Okay.
If you are in a marriage and you have a best friend who is a best friend than your husband, then you are not in a marriage.
Okay.
Who is a proper confidant than your husband?
Grant, these are two different things. I mean,
okay.
She can't speak to her husband at the moment. I mean, she's caught in a very small space thinking that, okay.
It was just once. You chanced up on him
happening?
once.
And this is a friend, a confidant.
It wasn't a regular thing. It wasn't like, oh sorry, or boom, you gave him some few times.
But I don't think a one night thing or a few second thing on a very first day could get into marriage. I mean, it means this is something he's been doing. And idea every time, dear. It's very hard.
But then the problem here is you're not talking to the person involved.
Okay. She has to speak to
You
him.
have to. Talking to him alone is therapy on its own.
Okay.
You see, try to talk to him. Understand him. Understand what he's doing and why he's doing that. If he identifies it as a problem, then you're on your way to solution.
Okay.
But then again, there are a lot of questions you have to ask yourself. You start asking, am I not good enough? Why is he doing this?
Right.
How long has he been doing this for?
A man of God.
He's a man before a man of God too. That's one thing you have to have in mind.
But he's preaching. I feel whatever you preach,
You see,
should be what you preach.
I get it, but then society these days have normalized certain things.
Masturbation, normalized.
I didn't say masturbation. You were saying
That's
that.
just the question I'm asking.
But listen, is he doing it for fun? Is he doing it for pleasure?
It's for pleasure, obviously.
Is he doing it not or because he's having urge to cheat on you?
Cheat on, okay.
You see, all things considered, that is why the best person to talk to now is the man of God.
Okay.
Is the man of God.
Right.
You get it?
Sarcasm.
Yes. Because I have to wonder what the wife might have been doing wrong for him to take matters into his own hands.
Right.
You get it? I am lost. There has to be a major issue at home. But then again, I have to come back to what I have been saying on your subsequent shows. I have said this a whole lot of time. It doesn't come any worse than this. This is the for better, for worse you signed up for. Some of these young ladies, they keep saying this thing, for better, for worse. To death do us pass, for better, for worse.
Without
they
understanding.
They don't understand it at all.
What they are saying.
I think the whole marriage counseling thing, this is the part they feel the students, yes.
Right.
For better, for worse has to be explained better.
Those who are ensuring you say that or ushering you into saying that, for better, for worse, do they even understand? It takes me to one Ghanaian celebrity who mentioned a few weeks or a few days ago that the youth shouldn't heed to advice because it won't help them. I have no idea why he would say that. But I sat back and I pondered over that statement he made. And I'm thinking, he's making a lot of sense because my dad's mistakes can never be my mistakes. My mother's mistakes cannot be my mistakes. I think we should be allowed to make mistakes and learn from them, honestly speaking. So advice, again, I think I second what he said, that it will not help the youth. They shouldn't heed to advice.
Well, I wouldn't say I am of the negative side or I'm at the positive side, but then there's one thing you should know from the person saying this. We all come from different backgrounds.
Right.
You might choose not to heed to advice. Your life might be set. Maybe you're a trust fund child. Maybe you have a rich auntie or rich uncle somewhere. Probably your mother or your father is maid. Then on the other hand,
Okay.
you might be of some attitude or behavior that you need advice to change.
If the person do not want to change, you are wasting your time.
That is true too.
Yeah, that's even more
But then
of a reason
I would rather advise someone than sit back and watch them turn bedding onto society. At least at the end of the day, I know I made an impact.
Okay.
You do on my so say we yakasa and
Okay.
rather than when you be antuneful. There are two different things.
Okay.
Yakasa and unti.
And now when you be into the
That is what the always say, Jimakpla and Plamacy. Jimakpla and Plamacy.
Jimakpla and Plamacy.
Yes.
Okay.
Jimakpla is the one that you have been told, but you hidden. But Plamacy is the one that
you've never heard of. You've never been told anything about.
You understand?
Okay.
So don't listen to advice. But watch the home you are coming from.
Right.
Because my home be different. Maybe on a weekly basis.
Okay.
on our utility and groceries and stuff on a weekly basis, we spend 1,000 cedis. Maybe at your side, on a weekly basis on utility and all that, you spend 200 cedis.
Right.
That's a different budget and a whole lot of margin altogether. So you can't say, don't take advice.
Okay.
It varies. My advice might sound stupid to you. It might sound like a blessing to others. You
Sensible to someone
understand.
else. Okay. All right. On that note, let me take a few messages here. Nana Ekia says she should pray and decide. Most people married to people of God have very strange marriages. Some of them tend to go through a lot but won't even leave. You will advise, but they won't leave. Majority don't even speak up. Okay.
Offering it back.
Yeah. Joy says she should forget about what the church would say and figure what to do. Firstly, has she confronted the husband on that?
Good question.
If yes, what did he say? Again, is it that she can't meet the desires of the husband concerning the porn addict side? But I'm confused with the womanizing part. Even if she is able to meet his standard, will he stick by her or go out again? And now this is a serious matter. Certainly a serious matter. Okay. Anita says that, hey, Nana, this is serious. So what does she want to do? I don't think leaving the marriage is the best option right now. Things like this often happen, but we look for ways to get over it and move. She should find ways of solving her problem. Okay.
As it stands now, it looks like the man of God is anointing the wrong places.
Okay.
Yes. He's anointing the wrong places because, I mean, you can't stand in front of the congregation and tell them not to practice adultery and fornication.
And you go do it.
Then look, you did one. You are leading the children of God astray. You have no business in the church. You don't deserve the man of God title. It's understandable, we are just mere mortals. But then, there are a whole lot of lessons to be learned from this very, very story. Trust me. I'm sitting back now, and all things considered, has a woman even considered checking her HIV status? Check to see if she's contracted any sort of STIs? You see, I would have advised her to walk away. But then again, that brings me back to the for better, for worse thing. This is your cross. The way you go lay your bed, and so you go lie on top. You chose to speak to your friend instead of confronting your man. From the get-go, you've gotten it wrong. But then again, I am glad you shared this with your friend in order to get an advice on what to do.
Okay.
That would practically tell you that she's stuck. She doesn't know what to do. That's for real. Because he's one of the heads or one of the top figures in the church, this is what I would want you to do. Don't go to the church.
Okay.
They might use it against him. You might walk away from this marriage after the whole expose comes out, but mind you, you might have damaged the man before doing that. I don't think he would be cool or he would be happy if a word gets out there that he masturbates.
Okay.
Talk to him. Let him understand the sort of damage he's doing to you if you picture him in an act like that. Let him understand that your spirituality doesn't accept that. Because for all you know, he has scrolled through the Bible and he never saw anything like masturbation is a sin in there.
Okay. So he felt it was okay to do it. Okay.
Let him understand spiritually you don't accept that. If he wants the marriage to continue and blossom, he should stop that act.
Okay.
Let it come in the form of like an advice, but don't go making it sound like a warning.
Like a warning. Okay.
Because for all you know, he cherishes the act.
Okay.
Try and reach him out there, but don't go imposing things on him.
Okay.
You don't know how long he's been doing this for. He might choose masturbation over you. You might be surprised. Help him if you want to, but be cautious whilst at it.
Okay. I'm coming. I'll come back to you.
Do come back to me.
I want to take my last message. Yao says, hey, these men of God. So see them know how to take. God have mercy. They don't practice what they preach at all. Okay. So, it's also warning my producer they give me for here. Grant, your submission. What are your final thoughts? Final submissions on this?
Sometimes the shepherd can lead the sheep astray. That can be forgiven. At the end of the day, we are humans. We all fall short. This is his misgivings. He who is without sin should cast the first stone.
Right.
You can help him, but then try to understand things from his perspective. Like I mentioned earlier, he might not have realized that some of the things he's doing are not to your liking. For all you know too, this is his challenge. These are his challenges the world has put in front of him. Mind you, he's a man of God. They are supposed to live some sort of lifestyle. Oyenyami nipa, obeko nsoshe musa. Uware nyami nipa, oware asori ni nyina. That's how they say it. Don't go just washing your dirty linen just like that. Be cautious.
Okay.
Study how you move. He might be damaged, but then he might still be winning souls for Christ. You might be very surprised. This is a very thin line he's treading on. If he identifies masturbation as a problem, you can help him find a solution. But if he doesn't, and he sees it as a way of pleasuring himself, then I would advise you to put your ones and twos together and decide on what to do.
Okay.
But if you ask me, my sweet sister, this is your for better, for worse. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Grant.
Welcome.
Thank you. If you ask me now, who I go ask? Now, Grant, I go ask. And he's given his submission. Thank you very much, Grant, for your words so sweet. Guys, he's an intelligence guy. That's why I always have him on my show. And then to you, dear writer, I hope you've watched, you've taken his 2 cents, what you think your friend should do. Personally, I don't think she should leave the marriage. Like he mentioned, she should find solutions to the problem, and that's what's for better, for worse is all about, I guess, or I presume. Thank you very much. Do well to subscribe to our channel. Share your thoughts and comments with us. Tell a friend to tell another friend that Studios 2 TV has a lot of exciting content. We have a lot of beautiful programs we placard on our channels for you. We have sports, to entertainment, to love issues, things boggling your mind. We talk about it. Everything to major stories also. Thank you. Eat well, drink a lot of water, and mind your business. A lot of water and mind your business. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Studios 2 TV. The truth is here, in your eyes.